Right, good afternoon ladies and gentlemen, it's Antony Carpen here in Market Square, and as you can see behind me is an unfilled market stall. In fact, there's another one there, and there are more behind me there. Furthermore, and we're on the M&S side, so there used to be the Victoria cinema back in the day, and as you can see, the windows in the shops above the M&S food hall have been blacked out. I'm hoping it's only temporary, because in a strange way, and I look at the building that we've got behind me, the facade is lovely and there's no reason why it should be left like that permanently. Now, some of you have mentioned about the shops that we're seeing more and more popping up in Cambridge, such as the fast food outlets, and then comparing it to some of the issues that we have with obesity, and also on what sort of outlets we want in basically the centre of our city. And this is the, shall we say, the town gown tension, where the colleges which own many of the properties have basically their own outlook on how much income they want, rather than necessarily looking at their property portfolio for the benefit of the city. But it's not just a town gown thing, and again, as I stroll towards the Guildhall, we're going to see another aspect of kind of why, first of all, our city is listed by the Centre for Cities, I think it is, as the most unequal in the country, and also reflecting kind of how fragmented and broken our city currently is, but yet at the same time how it has the potential to be greater than the sum of its parts, or the sum of our parts even. So what we have in Florence Ada Keynes' Guildhall is the new business centre, and for me, comparing it to the vision that the architect John Belcher had when he was commissioned by Mayor Horace Darwin, later Sir Horace Darwin, when he was Mayor of Cambridge, for a new Guildhall, I find obviously the design by Charles Calsfosi, the architect that Florence Ada Keynes ended up taking on, as one that is inevitably depressing. And in the mid to late 1930s, there were huge protests against the design of this Guildhall, which is one of the reasons why, as part of the, if I can call it, the wider revamp, I would love to see the front of the Guildhall absolutely overhauled and turned into something much more magnificent than it currently is. But the fact that our Guildhall, the centre of our decision making in Cambridge, or what should be, has had its services cut to such an extent that they now have to rent it out. As you can see, the sign says Cambridge City Council customer services are no longer at the Guildhall. For me, that speaks volumes about how this Conservative government is treating local councils across the country and local government as an entire sector. There have been calls, as I've mentioned in previous videos, for an overhaul of local government. At the moment, that's not happening. Michael Gove, the Secretary of State, has rejected the recommendations for a royal commission on the governing of England that was put to him by his fellow Conservative MP William Ragg, who is the chair of that select committee, a select committee that has a majority of MPs being from the Conservative Party. Make of that what you will. Several of you will be aware that I'm a candidate for the Queen Edith's Ward as an independent in the up-and-coming Cambridge City Council elections. I actually recommend that you look at all of the candidates standing where you live. Have a look at whocanivotefore.co.uk, whack in your postcode, have a look at what the candidates have published, have a look at their social media accounts and any videos that they may have, and also their manifestos, and then cast an informed vote. I'll leave it there.